Okay. So today we are starting motion in plane. So we are talking about motion in plane. So let's try to understand what is plane. Okay. When any body is moving in straight line direction, that means that motion is in one direction, right? But if I take two coordinate system like this, x-axis and y-axis, right? You know about the two coordinate system?
Yes, ma'am.
X-axis and y-axis. And here, if I throw a ball, this is origin, so ball goes like this, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now the motion of ball is not in x direction only and not in y direction only. Now this motion is in xy plane. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now
Yes, ma'am.
motion of this ball is not in particularly x direction and not in y direction. Now motion is in plane. So this is the situation for motion in plane. Now xy plane, yz plane or zx plane. Okay. So in motion in plane, we will talk about vectors. Okay. So let's see. Let's see types of vector. I told you about notation of vector. To represent a vector, we always use this sign. Okay. This arrow represents the direction, and for a vector quantity, we will write like this. Okay. Where A represents the magnitude of vector and this vector sign represent the direction. Okay. So in vector quantity, the magnitude and direction both are important. Now we will see the types of vector. So parallel vector. Okay. If we have two vector like A vector and B vector and both are in same direction. So these kind of vectors are called parallel vector. Okay. So can you tell me in this case, what is the angle between these two vectors? In case of parallel vectors, what is the angle between these two vectors? You know about the parallel lines?
Yes, ma'am.
So in this case,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
angle between these two vectors is 0 degree. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if the two parallels are in same direction, they are called parallel vector. And at that time, angle between them is 0 degree. Okay. Now come to the anti-parallel vector. In anti-parallel vector, the direction of two vectors are opposite. Okay, maybe A vector in this direction and B vector in the opposite direction. So in this case, the angle between two vectors is 180 degree. Right?
How does it?
Okay. Now, A parallel
Yes,
vector.
ma'am.
So if the two vectors are not in the same direction, not parallel vector, not anti-parallel vector, and they are making any angle, and that angle is not equal to 0 degree and not equal to 180 degree, so they are called a parallel vector. Like here, we have any angle between A vector and B vector. So they are a parallel vector. Right? So these are the three kinds of vector: parallel vector, anti-parallel vector, and a parallel vector.
Ma'am.
Is this clear?
No, ma'am. Ma'am.
If there is any problem, type in chat because I'm not able to listen you. Now these three types of vectors are clear: parallel vector, anti-parallel vector, and a-parallel vector. In parallel vector, both vectors are in same direction and the angle between them is 0 degree. In anti-parallel vector, both vectors are in opposite direction and the angle between them is 180 degree. Okay. Now in a parallel vector, we have any kind of angle between them which is not equal to 0 degree and which is not equal to 180 degree, some angle. So they are called a parallel vector. Okay. Now this is clear. Same mathematics is here. For a two parallel line, we know that the angle between two parallel line is 0, right? And anti-parallel, that means one vector is going in this direction and one vector is going in opposite direction. So the whole angle is a straight line angle, that is 180 degree. So if the two parallels has opposite direction, then they are called anti-parallel vector. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now a parallel vector, if they have any kind of angle between them, which angle is not equal to 0 degree and not equals to 180 degree, so they are called a parallel vector. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's see fourth type of vector, that is zero vector. Okay. So zero vector, which is also called null vector. Zero vector is also called null vector. Difference of two same vector. If we are taking difference of two same vector, and when the two vectors are same, when their magnitude and direction both are same, right? So if we take difference of two same vector, then we will get zero vector. So a vector minus b vector equals to zero vector if a vector equals to b vector. Okay. Zero vector means zero magnitude and no specific direction. We will represent zero vector like this. Zero and vector. Zero vector means zero magnitude and no specific direction. Okay.
Yes,
Zero
ma'am.
vector is clear. See, if we are taking difference of two same vector, then we will get zero vector. So here this is the equation. A vector minus b vector equals to zero vector if a vector equals to b vector. And zero vector means zero magnitude, no specific direction. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, one thing you told, you can ask that, ma'am, zero magnitude and no specific direction, then what is the use of zero vector? Why we are using zero vector? Can anybody give any kind of idea, any kind of example why we are studying about zero vector? I mean, what is it? Zero magnitude तो है ही और उसका direction भी कुछ नहीं है. Use कहाँ करेंगे हम zero vector का? See, now tell me one thing, that if one person is coming from point A to point B, point A to point B, right? He started his journey from point A and then point B, and after that he returned at point A. At this time, what is the displacement of that person?
Zero.
What is the displacement of that person? Answer in chat. Zero, right? And you know that the displacement is a vector quantity or scalar. Displacement is vector quantity or scalar quantity?
Vector.
So vector quantity, na? So we will represent like this. Okay. So for the vector notation of displacement, if the displacement is zero, we will use this zero vector. Okay. Now one more example. If any body is moving with constant velocity, right? Maybe this is a car, something like this, and this car is moving with a constant velocity, then what is the acceleration of the car? What is the acceleration of the car?
Ma'am, 0.
If any car is moving with constant velocity, then what is the acceleration of the car? If any body is moving with constant velocity, that means there is no change in velocity. And if there is no change in velocity, then acceleration is 0 for that object. And we know that acceleration is a vector quantity. So in that case, we will represent like this. So in physics, there is many conditions when we have to represent by 0 vector. Because here we are representing the vector quantities, like displacement is a vector quantity and acceleration is a vector quantity. So use of 0 vector is clear, that why we are focusing on 0 vector and null vector.
Yes, ma'am.
Say yes or no. Lunch वंच नहीं करके आए हो क्या आज तुम लोग?
Yes, ma'am.
मतलब हम तो दुगने तिगने फोर्स से बोल रहे हैं कि बाहर तक भी सुनाई दे रहा होगा, तुम लोग की आवाज ही नहीं निकल रही. तो 0 vector is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
0 vector and null vector, difference of two same vector. A vector minus B vector is 0 vector if A vector is equals to B vector. So physical meaning of this, that 0 magnitude and no specific direction. We will use 0 vector in different kind of situation. Okay. Okay. So now let's see 5th type of vectors. Unit vector. Okay. As you can guess by its name, the vector which magnitude is a unity. The vector which has magnitude as unit. So that vector is called unit vector. A vector which has unit magnitude is called unit vector. Okay. A vector which has unit magnitude is called unit vector. Okay. Unit vector is represented as, maybe I am representing a vector in its unit vector form. So I will write A cap. Okay. A cap. This is the representation for unit vector. जहां भी कैप देखना वहां समझ जाना कि यहाँ यूनिट वेक्टर की बात हो रही है. Is this clear? Representation of unit vector is clear. This is vector sign. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a vector sign and this is unit vector. When we apply a cap like this, then this is your unit vector. Now how can we what meaning of unit vector? How can we find unit vector? A cap equals to A vector upon mod of A. This is the formula of unit vector. A cap equals to A vector upon mod of A. This is formula of unit vector. In this way, you can find unit vector. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So a vector which has unit magnitude is called unit vector and we represent as A cap, and A cap equals to A vector upon mod A. Now let's see 6th type. 5th हो गया ना, 6 होगा. ठीक है. Orthogonal unit vector. orthogonal unit vector. Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
orthogonal unit vector, when we are considering three coordinate system like x, y and z. Okay, so unit vector in x direction is represent as I cap. Unit vector in y direction is represent as j cap. And one thing always remember, unit vector is in z direction is represent as k cap. That we always write these unit orthogonal unit vector in a small alphabet and x, y, z in capital. Okay, is this clear? ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am.
कहीं ऐसे आई कैप मत लिख देना या जे कैप मत लिख देना. We have a specific notification in vector for each and everything. So the unit vector in x direction is represented as I cap.
I
Unit vector in y direction is represented as j cap.
J cap.
Unit vector in z direction is represented as k cap. So I cap, j cap, k cap, they are called orthogonal unit vector, right? So
Yes,
I
ma'am.
cap, j cap and k cap. Okay, so all are the orthogonal unit vector. I cap in x direction, j cap in y direction, k cap in z direction. Orthogonal unit vector.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now, let's try to find out unit vector. Okay. So I'm just taking an example so that the thing will be more clear. See, if I have a vector equals to 2I cap, it means a vector has magnitude 2 and it is in x direction. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now I want to find out the unit vector of this vector. So I will apply the formula a vector upon mod a. So a vector is simply I cap, right? And here the mod value of this vector is simply 2. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But now see the second example. If I have b vector like this, 3I cap plus 4j cap. You can cancel it and here you get the final answer I cap, right? See, here you can take the, oh shit. Power cut off. Wait.
मैम सब दिख रहा है.
Now try to find out the unit vector of b vector. So b cap equals to b vector upon mod of b, right? So what is b vector? B vector is 3I cap plus 4j cap. I cap means x direction and j cap means y direction.
Y direction.
Now find out the mod of this b vector. So how can we find out the mod? Have you read this in your maths? Okay, let me tell you. So if I want to find out the mod, that means the absolute value of this. So under root magnitude of 3 square, square of this magnitude in x direction plus square of magnitude in y direction, that is 4 square. So 3i cap plus 4j cap equals to under root 9 plus 16, that is under root 25. So your answer is 3i cap plus 4j cap upon 5. Under root 25 है, so 5 लिख सकते हैं. This is clear?
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
this clear? That how can we find
Yes,
out?
ma'am.
How can we find out the unit vector of a particular vector?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now everyone try to find out the unit vector of 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap. Come on, find out the unit vector of C vector. C cap equals to C vector upon mod C. So 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap. Here 4 plus 9 plus 1, right? So your answer is 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap upon 9, 4, 14, under root 14. So this is your unit vector of C. Now I think unit vector is clear to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So today we discuss about the types of vector: parallel vector, anti-parallel vector, a-parallel vector, and unit vector and orthogonal unit vector. And let's talk about one more vector, that is position vector. If this is your coordinate system, x and y, right? And let's take, this is your origin. At time t1, particle is here. Okay. And this is this position of the particle. So this is your position vector. And at time t2, the particle is here. Let's say this is R2. So R2 is position vector of the particle at time t2. R1 is position vector of the particle at time t1, and R2 is position vector of the particle at time t2. Now see, if we find out this PQ, then we can find out the displacement vector, that how much displacement covered by this particle. So this is position vector, right? And if I want to find out the displacement vector of this particle, then r2 vector minus r1 vector. Okay, this is the displacement vector of the particle and this is position vector. Is this clear? Is the position vector clear? See, simply I am representing the position of one particle at time t1. I am saying that at time t1 the particle is here, right? And this is the position of the particle. So r1 vector is representing the position of the particle, and r2 vector represent the position of particle at time t2. At time t1 the position is r1, and at time t2 the position is r2. Okay, so this is the displacement, because initially particle was there and at t2 the particle is here. So this displacement is called displacement vector of that particle. So to find out the difference between the position vector, we can find the displacement vector. PQ vector equals to r2 vector minus r1 vector.
R1 vector.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
this is it for the class. Now you have to write as it is in your notebook, and I will provide you recording of this class. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, bye. Everyone, in 2 days, I want everybody's work on Google Classroom.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, bye.
Okay, ma'am.